All right, today I'm going to show you the most fascinating release in mini crawlers that I've seen in a long time. A long time. And it's from the most unexpected source, HPI, the Venture 18. This is the Marty McFly vehicle in 1/18 scale, licensed Toyota. So it's a looker. Not entirely accurate, but check it out. Box stock. I haven't touched a thing. I haven't turned a screw or a preload adjustment. And look at this thing. Good steering angle. Good modulation. Something going on. Tight drivetrain. Look at that thing. Look at that side angle right there. That's pretty steep. While it's struggling, it's balanced. And with a flick of a switch, now I'm on 2-speed. Now I got a little bit of wheel speed. It's got some nice Marty McFly vehicle edition, some lights, and 1.3-inch wheels, a little bigger tires, very soft tires, nice foam. It's got some foam inside. But really, I think they squashed it a little bit to make it perform. To get the big tires in there and to make sure they don't rub. They made the fender flares go out. That speed that it has. So it has a nice size motor. So it's got some good torque, good modulation. You can rev it, neutral, and go to second gear, and then go. Now we're booking. Another thing I want to show you is the lights. The lights are switchable. Switchable for a vehicle the size is kind of unusual. So boom, 5 modes. So on, this is your running mode right here at night. And then here, you got some signal lights. Really nice remote. I mean, they charge you 60, 70 bucks for this remote by itself. Crawler reverse right here or forward brake reverse. USB-C charging port. You can put in a JST LiPo pack in here. We have a keyed system right here. Little twist and then twist, lock, open. I forgot where I saw this kind of system. And then now you could, boom, look at that. Nice little key. It's got all these wires. So it's got a light controller somewhere and some light buckets on the front, light buckets on the rear. So some real lights. Going onto the chassis, there's a lot going on here. You have a C-channel metal frame right here. You have your ESC and receiver combo, 5 or 6 channel. And then you have a 600 milliamp hour battery, good for a lot of time. You got a 55 turn motor that's pretty big. And you got your 2-speed servo, nicely tucked in here. Got the XT30 connector on the battery. So like I said, steering is pretty nice. Metal geared. Pretty impressive. Okay, and the other thing is the shocks. The shocks are nice and huge. Like way bigger than what I see for this scale. So it's able to control this vehicle. Low speed, high speed. They are coilovers. So no need for spacer rings. You could twist them. So boom, look at that. Look at that damping. So dialed, so dialed. So with a brushless one, they use a FureTech system. FureTech. These systems are like $100 each for a motor ESC. And what they got going on is it's a little faster. It modulates quite a bit better. If you want even more low-end torque than this. But what it's really got me excited for is 3S performance. Ready? All right, little race. I found a guy with a brushless HPI Venture right here. Stock, box stock. But with a 3S battery. So this is first gear. And he blew me away. I go, okay, let's go second gear because my second gear is fast. And his second gear is wow. So that's what brushless does for you. It gives you the option of 3S and just go ballistic with this thing. And you do lose some low speed modulation because it's a high kV motor, but you could also gear down. Just use 2S. Okay, you've seen it tackle the inside obstacles. How about some real rocks? So right here, it starts out kind of hard. Some of my ready to runs cannot do this, and right there, it's able to do it. Very impressive. I like how that rear suspension articulated and folded in too, to allow it to have balance. Same thing is happening here. Nice articulation, nice grip. Pretty darn impressive. So I said, okay, let's do a descent. Right there, boom. Not the tightest drivetrain in the world, not like an axial, but good enough that it doesn't unsell itself. And then here, I'm not sure I've ever done this with any ready to run. This is just the side of my course. Said, yeah, why not? Stock tires, but the tires are very soft. Oh, and that little jump, little pop, and it's nicely balanced. And then boom, good steering. How balanced this thing is, and right here, nothing going on. But yeah, just keep at it, and then the shocks give it, get out of the way, and give it some articulation and traction. I call it stand and deliver. And then boom, say we'll do it again. And look at that, it looks good. So what do you guys think of that running video? So here's a comparison of size. Next videos, I'm gonna compare this. I'm gonna do a shootout between this and all the other mini crawlers out there. This is the 124th AX Power Wagon, which is kind of a big one. Pretty much the same, right? Axial. And then we have the FMS, the FCX18 brushed and brushless. Then we have the LC80, beautiful hard-bodied machine, brushed and brushless. 2-speed as well. And finally, what do I have here? The Chevy High Trail, I think. 1/18 scale. $180, I think, for this guy. So we're gonna have a shootout. I think it's warranted now that we have a new contender from an old brand that we all used to know and love, HPI. It's the Venture 18. Thanks for that, everyone.